Liverpool fan. Who's it? Your mum? You said you. Can I imagine the Starbucks like that?
Trust me, just leaving up the Starbucks.
Sorry.
Oh, is that yours?
Yeah, it's not mine. It's from. Yeah.
No, we're gonna take it out anyway. It's always us cleaning up after people.
No. Yeah, it's from the previous.
Yeah.
I just forgot to pick it up. That's my bad.
That's their responsibility, man.
I mean,
they're grown men.
I don't blame them. There's no bin in here, you know.
Nah, but still, man, there's a bin on the way out.
I was raised right.
Trust me, we always take our shit with us.
That's good. No, some people. It's everyone else's job.
You didn't smell like the other ones.
Oh, I swear I sent you the TikTok. But then TikTok come from my For You page straight after.
There's no way. I'll have tempted.
How's that looking?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
It's freezing out there, man.
Good, yeah?
Yeah. Nah, trust me, it's good. It gets hot in here quick, you know.
Yeah, the aircon is on.
Yeah.
But if obviously you want to change the temp.
We'll just turn it down.
Put the remote here, yeah?
Cool. Thank you. Lovely.
Whenever you're ready.
Cool. What episode is this? Say, guys, I'm a bit excited because what's the date? The date is Sunday the 22nd of January. Arsenal Man United just played.
United Arsenal played.
Nketiah, 100th occasion. He stepped up to the plate.
Hey, you know what? I'm proud of the lads.
No. You know what, yeah? Do you know what, yeah? I was speaking with my man, because my man and my Man United supporters, and after the game, I thought, do you know what, yeah? Like, in my head, like, the real's back in style. None of that Liverpool Man City shit.
Yeah, none of that fake
rivalry.
The real blood and crips. The real blood and crips.
The real blood and crips.
The real
are back in style. Are back in style. So, yeah, man.
What? You know what? Do you know what is?
Watching the game, we played well, but in my head, like, Man United were always dangerous. Always dangerous. Rashford was the one I was fearing.
He's the next. Listen.
Just calm down.
He's the next. Calm down. Listen. I'm about to say something, yeah.
Calm down.
All I'm gonna say is.
Sorry, guys, we got a guest. We're gonna introduce the guest as well.
Forget the guest. They can see him. He's coming. He's part of the. He's not even a guest. Part of the family. But bro, what I'm gonna say is, yeah. If you close your eyes and you look closely and you put a 7 on Rashford, it's Mbappe.
Man,
it's Mbappe, bro.
I said no. See, look at this. No. He said if you close your eyes and you look carefully. First of all, are you closing your eyes and looking carefully?
Nah. That's a third eye, bro.
Listen.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is, yeah, we went to Emirates today, 8-man up in an 11-man game. Mayonnaise should not ever be on a football pitch again. Bro, no, you watch the game because we both...
No. Our midfielders...
They bopped us because, bro, we didn't have
I hear it.
Honestly.
I hear it.
Bro, there was one time, yeah, bro, Odegaard is like the Pink Panther, yeah?
Odegaard is wavy.
No, hold on. Odegaard is like a lizard, yeah?
Wizard.
No.
Respect him, wizard.
No, hold
wizard.
on, because you're going to see the comparison.
No, wizard.
Okay, call him a wizard, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Harry Potter lizard, bro, whatever it is, yeah?
You saw that pass where he went, he flicked it.
But let's not talk about how Rashford turned Partey into Moi Moi.
Okay,
for the
well
first goal.
done. Well done.
Say nothing.
No, but
say
that's
nothing.
Rashford.
Man folded him like, you know the George Foreman.
Your best player. I know.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. There was one point here when Mayonnaise, he got the ball. Bro, deep in, let's say a brethren that's half your height, like, even a girl that can give you, like, brain standing up, that type of height, bro, yeah? Bro, imagine, yeah, McTominay got the ball, my man barged him, he wasn't there, and he fell over. I said, brother, it's not even football. Play for pride, bro. Brother's half your size. Bro, no, come on, man. Every time I play a game of basketball, I'm always thinking, the babes are watching. I can't even embarrass myself.
Yeah.
My family's watching, bro. Bro, play for pride, bro. Yeah. Hang your nuts in your hand, bro.
No cojones.
Bro. And then, I can't lie. You know what? Big up Arsenal, because we had a statue up front. I don't know what that guy was doing. He needs to go. He needs to go. Man, we must have put in for some tax refund or something. It's a joke thing, bro.
He was brought there to steady the shit. But do you know, yeah, I rate Ten Hag. I said as soon as
he's a great manager.
I said as soon as he comes in, yeah, like the way, like, Man United will see changes. He just needs to put.
You know what? I'm sorry. Saka did this. Saka, I'm on you.
No, but Satu, I love that though.
I love it though. No, that's character. I love it.
I've been begging for Arsenal to bring players with character.
The hunger still.
Do you know how many times Arsenal have been like you had weasels in our team.
No heart, man.
Well, no, because deep it, we went 1-0 down.
21 Savage, no heart,
If this
bro.
was Arsenal
No
from
heart.
let's say 7 years ago.
3-4 years ago, even. Yeah,
we would have literally collapsed.
capitulated.
But then after the 1-0 down,
Do you know what it is? Even for United, when we went 2-1 down, I was ready to get spanked. I said yes, long. But
Even
Martinez, the warrior.
That was a mistake, though. That was a mistake by Vams, though. Even though Vams didn't play, he played well.
Yeah. That was shocking. That catch was shocking.
No. He went into.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. You trust your defenders there, bro.
No, man, that's communication, bro. It's communication. Trust me.
Like-
Because if he calls it, for example, especially the defender in the box, if your keeper calls it, you duck. I'm moving out the way. Come and collect it. And then that's his responsibility. Because if you call it, I'm getting out the way.
Hey,
Whatever happens there.
Rashford scored. My fantasy's looking good.
I said that's what he cares about. Listen, I wanted to win. And Ketty 100. Listen, he called him. We called him two.
Ketty had a high top last year. We let him score twice.
We called him 100
He had a high top
occasion.
last year. We let him score
occasion.
twice.
Hey, and the thing is, I got to put my hands up. Like when we gave Nketiah 100 occasion, I questioned it because I thought he done well at the end of the last season.
We made him look like he
But
was.
then
Oh my gosh.
He done well at the end of the last season, but I thought 100 a week. I thought,
now,
maybe that's a bit
from
too
today, you need to resign from playing football. No, I'm sorry. You're right. Arsenal, F that. We don't care. McMahon, from today, you resign from playing football. I can't, bro. You know what it is? I feel like he just pays to get like a trim, bro. Does
he even get a trim? I ain't seen him with a clean trim, you know.
Bro,
I ain't seen him with a clean trim, you know.
On my life, my boy's watching this here. I said to him, Rashford's gonna back today. You got to shape up. Every time Rashford gets a fresh clean.
As soon as he megged Partey and created that space, no one got tight to him. I said, don't let him shoot. I said, don't let him shoot.
Done his thing, man.
But yeah, anyway, are you happy now? I know you feel good.
Listen, you know, I was on the train on the way here.
You were stressed in the 2-2.
Well, no, but the thing is, we kept being so close to scoring. And I was like, when we scored in Ketia, oh my God, I wanted to scream.
Well, do you know what it was? I was on the train, innit? And I said, and I kept saying, it's 2-2 purposefully because there were Arsenal fans and Scouse next to me. And I knew they left early to beat the traffic, but if you're not Arsenal fans, they don't talk until they're up, bro. They're not on it. I'm saying they're not on it. So the train's full of Arsenal fans and there's me and this other black bro. We're both United fans, so we're both checking the scores. We're like, 2-2, calm, innit? And then...
And that's what was annoying me. These are all playing to draw.
All of a sudden...
If you watch the game, you don't play to draw.
I come out the station and I'm hearing like Wood... Obviously, we're Wood Green in it. I'm hearing people screaming. I'm saying, what's happening? I open my phone, 20 missed calls. I'm thinking, we either won or something mad happened.
Yeah.
I see my phone, Arsenal 3-2. Turn off my phone. I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this today before. I'm not doing this today. You know what? It's calm.
Hey, Saka. I love Saka for that, you know. Because forget the England friendships. This is Arsenal, Man United. This is rival. This is football heritage. You put them friendships aside. Rashford, hold that. You're my boy, but hold that still.
Say nothing.
But
say
yeah,
nothing.
man.
What's this episode before they get confused? 24, I think.
Yeah.
It has to be
24.
right.
Yeah, it's 24.
No, because we've already recorded 23.
Yeah.
We pre-recorded it.
Yeah.
So our fans make sure we're putting them content out for them.
Yeah.
Okay, we pre-recorded it.
But firstly, as we said, we got someone there joining us.
Got family today, my
we
boy.
got someone part of the Cage Birds family.
Come on.
Birds. Introduce yourself, bro. We
man,
don't need to do that.
I know who you are,
Ain't
man.
no shine.
I know who you are.
Ix, Mr. Motorway Talks.
Mr.
Make It Happen.
Come on,
Make it happen.
Mr. Make It
I
Happen.
like that.
Motorway
Been
Talks.
making it happen.
The motto,
Still
man.
make it. Yeah, I like
Still
that.
making
Making it happen.
I like that. Obviously, before we go into anything, let's quickly do the playlist because remember.
So right here, you know what we do, yeah? So you're the first guest to have it on, so big pressure. We do a playlist, innit? So on Spotify.
Yeah.
So
that would be a good segue to
yeah. So you get one pick of a hip hop song to put on,
or rap
and
song.
or rap song, and then an R&B song.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 playlists. So obviously, since you're the guest today, you'll kind of you could go last because we didn't really tell him.
So I'm gonna put. I've been banging out Clavish's album. Like that album's cold still.
We can talk
So
about
I'm gonna put in the intro because that intro was cold. I can't lie. So I'm gonna put in.
I ain't really listen. Oh, I
Clavish
know
rap
I'm
game
putting
intro.
in. This song has hit the streets
Gone.
harder than
What's the?
Snus and the Balloons. You ready? 2 million up by Peasy.
Oh, you know about Peasy, yeah?
Hey, yo, that tune, yeah.
Yeah, no, I done it.
The intro, when I heard
2 million
Tupac,
up.
I said, it's got to be a banger. You can't do that intro and it's not a banger, bro. Hey, you ain't heard it?
No, I ain't heard.
Oh, man, where have you been living?
Listen
Nah.
to Peasy.
This
He knows on the beats, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. The
If
Clavish
you
done his
locked
thing on
in,
the intro
hey,
as well,
no,
though.
yeah.
What, so I just give you a song name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, obviously, I gotta go with my boy.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, Mogs, Winter Chills.
Okay.
Just dropped that 2 weeks ago.
Nah, that's a good song still.
Good
song.
Slow, real rap, you know.
Yeah.
Now we're coming this year, man.
And then the Cage Birds,
The R&B
the
thing.
R&B.
Hey, I'm going.
I got a good one, you know, for you lot.
Oh, yeah, you go then.
You might not know him, B-Rob.
B-Rob.
I think he's Canadian. B-Rob Treason.
Nah, you put us on though. You're gonna put the viewers on. The viewers rate these. You know, they be coming back to me saying, "Yeah." Well, put them in the comments. Don't come to me. Put them in the comments.
B-Rob Treason. Serious one.
Cool.
You found it, yeah. B-Rob.
Yeah, I found it already.
Alright, cool. What's yours?
And then I'm gonna add. I saw some Toronto artist called Che. I think his name's Che Ekru or Shay Ekru. He's got an album called Cold Toronto. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. I'm gonna put in his tune Famous.
I'm gonna put Lucky Day, God Body still.
Lucky Day.
Candy Drip album was brazy.
What, featuring Smino?
Yeah. Easy to hate.
Cool.
So we locked in.
Nah, as you heard, Ix added Mowgli. Heard of Mowgli for. When did I first hear about him? I heard about him before. Obviously, you guys were.
Yeah.
Before you became his manager. I think it was a freestyle I heard from him that was cold. I can't remember what the name of the freestyle.
I can't lie. I heard him off Made You Think like a couple years ago. And I was like, he's different. Just even the way he looked in it. Like, I'll be real. A lot of us, the UK rappers, dress the same, look the same, similar thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, because Made You Think sometimes it's promoted post, so you gotta be like, okay, maybe he's just dropping it. So I was like, cool, let me check it out. And I was like, you know what? We got something here.
Yeah.
We got something here still.
And I listened to his, the Amaridon TV. Yeah. I listened to his interview.
Yeah. Shout out Amari.
Yeah. His interviews, I love his interviews because they proper give an in-depth perspective of artists. Like, the things about interviews is that a lot of the time artists do it, of course, when they're doing promo run, if they're releasing something like that. And then, so it's almost like they give you a perspective of the artist, but then it's like, at the same time, it's not, I don't feel like it's really an artist. And I don't feel like it's like, you can tell that.
Yeah, I get me. Some interviews are more like marketing posts rather than you seeing the real them, because they'll ask questions that either we know the answer to or questions that don't mean anything in any type of substance.
Yeah, and I feel like that interview with Amaridon proper painted a picture of who Mowgli was, because I didn't know who Mowgli was like that. I just knew that this guy from Brum, who I heard in the freestyle, who I thought was cold from Made You Think I probably as well. One of the first few people I saw posting him. So I was like, cool. And then when I heard some of his story on that interview, I was like, right, like there's more to it than meets the eye. Yeah.
So I've got a question. I'll be real. So like, tell us about the journey, but like, what as a manager do you see in artists that as consumers, as just fans, we don't see like the hard work bit? Because obviously, all we see is he drops a video. Oh, this sounds hard, but like the studio stuff, or like when the days when music ain't even making sense, like how does that go?
It's just every day is a different day, innit? It's like one thing about Mo, I'll say he's a grafter. You get me? Obviously, a lot of people be like his work rate's not that all that and but he's got bare other stuff going on in his life. He's a father. Do you get me? Same time, and he's an active father. Yeah. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's an active father. So like, even me, I'm like, yo, like, you need to go studio this week. He's like, I'm with my kids, bro. And I'm like,
I respect that,
you know? You get me? I can't even argue
respect that,
it.
you know?
You get what I'm saying? So just stuff like that. And then on top of that, just real life situations as well.
Yeah, man.
Different
We forget rappers have a life, you know?
Yeah, like...
But you know what it is? It's because, like, in terms of rapping, you don't really hear too many rappers being vulnerable like that.
True.
You do hear some of them, they try to, but it's one of them things there. Rap is one of them genres whereby everything is like surface level, whereby everyone's trying to look a certain way.
So they can't go too deep.
Yeah, so you can't go too deep.
Yeah. Sometimes when you hear about stuff, you're like, wait, that really happened?
And the only time they're vulnerable is about when they were back in the days in the trap. When they were on Martin Sofa. When they were on Martin Sofa, they're vulnerable. That's them being vulnerable.
When you're 11 and the teacher was like, you can't colour in the lines, you're not going to make it.
When the teacher said, oh, you're going to fail your exam, so then now all of a sudden they want to start trapping and grinding. But where there's more to life than just that sort of stuff. Way more. Yeah.
So obviously, just because this is a question I had here, let me, because obviously you're just getting ready. So I was saying, why do you think in UK, especially in music, like, why do you think it's easier to hate than show love? Like, because one thing I've clocked is people would rather hate than like something and be classed as a beg. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Because in my opinion, everyone knows each other to a certain extent. There's too many mutuals.
Yeah, because everyone's easily accessible.
That's it.
Yeah.
So let's say Ben's a rapper now, and obviously you and Ben are dogs, but I know you more than I know Ben. So I'm really like, yeah, Ben's alright, but
No, because I've clocked it, he's right. Because there's been times where, but real spit where I've played someone.
No, go keep going.
Yeah.
Mike, yeah.
I've played someone in a whip, cool, and then 2 weeks later, some guy plays the same guy's tune. No one was feeling when I was doing it, but now he's big in it. Yeah. And then
quickly, because I gotta get into my man for that.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had a snap memory. Yeah, I was playing K-Trap in the whip. Yeah, I was playing Pay the Cost K-Trap. Any K-Trap fan knows. Everyone knows I've been riding K-Trap's flag. This was 3-4 years ago. Yeah. I used to play K-Trap in the whip with a man. The man was like, "Nah, turn that shit off." Imagine, like 2 months ago, we're going out. Yeah. One of the man them, obviously we've been drinking and shit. It was like, Ben, run K-Trap warm. In my head, I'm like, yeah. But in my head, I'm like, hold on. 3-4 years ago, when I was running K-Trap, Pay the Cost and all these K-Trap tunes.
Warm is a banger though, I'll be real.
No,
Warm's
go on.
I don't really take in K-Trap either.
Yeah.
See, I'm not good on drill.
I can't like
I'll be real.
Yeah, no, I'm not the type I'm not really too much into all the drill artists, but there's a select few in it. So even when Warm come out, because Warm, people forget, Warm come out last year, May.
It did still.
No, not even last year, May. It came out 2021 May. Yeah. So and it popped like a year later. So then when people were getting gassed to it, I was happy, mad happy for K-Trap because I was like, he's finally getting his flowers. But at the same time, I was like, K-Trap's been hard though. It's been hard, but obviously I like some
my
people.
favorite project of K-Trap's was the Street Side Effects.
Oh, you like Street Side Effects?
Because it was more rapping. You see me like drill's good, but like I listen to one drill song and that's it.
Yeah, man, it's just something within me, man. I can't.
But you know what it was with Street Side Effects? I felt like I could tell that wasn't really him. Because if you knew K-Trap from Fire, you could tell that was more the label. That's more like the label like sound. I felt like when he come out and dropped Trappo, Trappo was his raw sound. We had raw.
Even saying that about the label, like obviously you're the manager, so like, what's the fight in between, trying to make your client rich, but at the same time trying to make your client real, if that makes sense? Because obviously, as a manager, you're trying to get the best of your customer, but the label telling you something else. Like,
with Mowgli, Mo's independent, so his music's him. Yeah, he ain't got no one running him down or telling him to make a certain sound. And even me, like, obviously in the studio we'll make different type of sounds, but he knows the sound that's gonna do numbers. That's what his core audience want to hear. So, but he can do that. He can do that in his sleep. So now it's like making different sounds to hit different audiences. You get what I'm saying? But it's not easy because your core fan base just want to hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, that's the truth.
But at the same time, you need to start tapping into other markets.
We said that, we said it.
You said the same thing with Tion.
With Tion Wayne.
That you get, like, of course, he had his main core fan base where he was making all these tunes and the streets were loving it.
Niggas gonna put bread on the table. They gotta eat as well, man.
Family. Like you said, Mowgli's an active father. So he's got a child to feed, children to feed. So at the end of the day, as much as he wants to feed his core fan base, that can only take him so far. So he's got to be able to tap into different audiences.
Even me, I'll put my hand up and say, I used to hate on Tion. I used to be the biggest Tion Wayne fan. Like one of the biggest.
Same, bro.
As soon as you make Keisha Becky,
start going to drill side, I'm like,
why?
I'm like, what's going on?
Bare people didn't like it.
Bro,
to this day, I still don't like it.
Yeah,
You just have to respect it. You got to respect that.
Yeah, he's gone clear from it.
But I need that. But we need that the lifestyle T Wayne back.
Yeah,
bro.
like see that rap with a little Afro swing.
Yeah. I feel you, because even me, I'm not the biggest Tion Wayne fan, but even them tunes back in the day with the Afro swing, I was like, it had me bopping.
Bro,
a bit still.
Bro, his headline shows used to be lit. I'll be real, man. 16.
But that was with how many thousand people? 2,000 people. What's that? Brixton Academy?
No, this was even way before this.
Way before that.
This is like 5 bills, 6 bill, 600 people.
Exactly.
Still on the roll, cash earner.
That's what I'm saying.
I hit the club with a Mac, no burger. My YG Federer top server. Tion! Hey, yo! Bro, they're kind of doing this. Like, what, man?
You know what it is, though? Like you said, like, it puts
food on the table.
Now, if you look at him now,
man's got a new crib.
He's taking care of all these people. Now. The thing is, I love
that. You know when you're big? When you start getting booked for funerals, bro. I saw that just before I jumped it. Bro, no, but it sounds funny, but deeper, bro.
No.
When you've made it, that's when you start getting booked.
No. Shout out to you when you know that you're big.
What?
When people start saying you joined Freemason. When you start hearing people.
Illuminati.
Yeah, when people start hearing.
Yeah,
Listen, anyhow, by God's grace, this podcast goes. Gone, yeah.
We're never joining them though.
If no, you know us. We ain't never doing. I ain't never.
I'm just
selling
putting it out there for the guys before they start giving
I
me
ain't
no
never selling myself.
conspiracy
But
theories.
if I ever hear anyone saying that, I'm telling God, thank you,
Thank
Jesus.
you, because that's how you know.
That's how I know I'm gone.
But even just before, like, because obviously we were talking before you came in, like, chat to us about your journey, because you know what we spoke about, how COVID really hit people, you know. And I just want them to hear your story because it was deep when you said it to man. Like, obviously, just chat, man.
So cool. I'm in uni, 2019. I'm studying business economics, and obviously I can't like when I first see me like obviously I used to play basketball as well.
Yeah, of course.
So cool.
The man them know. You don't need to say that.
So obviously my plan is I'm going to America. That's everyone's plan.
Everyone's, because that's what they tell us.
Yeah,
that's what.
You get what I'm
back
saying?
then, if you
That's
don't,
the dream.
and that's how they sell it into our heads, bro. If you don't make it, you're a failure, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
So it was.
Mad.
Year 12 now. I had a bit of a mad thing in the school. I was in Ipswich, so obviously I kind of got kicked out of the school. I got kicked out my yard. Then the school didn't help me get a new yard.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I stopped going to school. So then, obviously, I've never thought about uni in the UK because all I'm thinking is America. So when the guys talk about UCAS personal statement, I'm like,
What's that, bro?
what's that? So cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, this is my life now, innit? So let me just go with the flow, see what happens. So year 13 now, personal statement, I didn't really want to go uni, but everyone's going uni, so in my head it's just like, that's the next thing to do in life, innit?
It's almost like you're conditioned that once you finish sixth form,
You
go
uni. Like if you don't know what to do,
just go uni. You get what I'm saying? I don't regret going uni, but if I could go back, I'd put apprenticeship or something. Or just going straight into work.
Especially in that field, in terms of business, I feel like nowadays it kind of makes sense to be earning and learning.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
So cool. So from first year, I was like, I don't even want to be in uni, but I feel like everyone thinks that in first year uni. No one really wants
First
to
year's
be
a
there.
trial run, 30-day free trial, bro.
You get me? It's like,
Yeah.
So I'm saying, this is long, but I'm just like, you know what? First year, it's easy. I pass it. Second year comes now, I'm saying the same things. I'm like, raw. Let me give it like 2-3 months. If I'm still feeling like this, then.
Wait, so how long is your course?
3 years. No, it was supposed to be 4 years. I was gonna do a placement year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But so second year now, just going. I'm like, I'm passing everything. I'm not failing nothing, but at the same time, I'm not seeing anything after
You're not
this.
the love for that. It's not even there, man.
It's like I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm gonna do after. So I'm just like, cool. So COVID happens now, 2020. So February, I'll never forget. In February, we got an email like, yo, you have to go home, basically. Not you have to go home.
Yeah, but there's nothing for you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, literally got that email on like a Friday or something. By Tuesday, I'm packed all my stuff and I'm on the train back to London.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was like you. I said I ain't staying there. People like there's some jobless people in uni, and I think you test like no, because do you know what it is? I've said it here many times. There's bare man that do identity change in uni that they don't want to go home, bro.
They come from London.
Yeah.
Because they're scared because they know when
they know when they go home.
When they come back to London,
bro, they're the in-betweeners at home, bro.
They have to go back to the person that they truly are.
No, because fam.
Me personally, I don't get it though.
I don't get it.
Like, people know who you are.
People are going to find out who you are.
It's not even about people finding out. There's going to be one person at your uni
that knows
grew up where you grew up or seen you.
Or knows someone that knows you anyway.
They're going to be like, wait, what are you doing? And it goes for girls and guys because it's not just guys that switch.
Bro.
But I think it's worse for the guys though because it's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What
are you actually doing?
I feel like it's more embarrassing because girls like we kind of give them a blind, but guys it's like you're supposed to be a man. Like, like what are you doing is weird.
And on top of that, in uni's like, in my opinion, anyways, uni's the best time to be yourself.
Yeah,
because you're gonna attract people like you. So you can find like quote unquote, if you're like a quote unquote weirdo, there's nothing wrong with being a weirdo, but if you're a quote unquote weirdo,
there's geeks, bro. If you're a geek, there'll be geeks around you. I'm a geek, bro.
That's the good thing about it. You're gonna meet other geeks, and do you get what I'm saying? But
and some of the geeks, they won't even look like what you thought a geek was looking like, bro.
Yeah.
Do
you get what I'm saying? But if you're a geek and then you're trying to fit in with the popular,
act like you're just,
bro, it's not gonna work out for you. And you're gonna be around the wrong crowd,
and you're gonna get found out. And the worst is when you get found out, it's just long.
Bro, that's everyone. Make your bed, you lie in it.
So you flew back and then.
Yeah, so cool. I literally packed all my stuff. I left. These times I got 2 luggages, 3-4 duffel bags, and I'm bumping trains. So I'm shook thinking the ticket inspector's gonna come. But cool, I come back to London now. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna do a course on. I wanted to be a business analyst. That's what was like my plan. So I've done rare research. I'm like, you don't need a degree. You just need these qualifications.
Okay.
So cool. I pay for the qualifications, pay for work experience. So up until my work experience finished in August. Obviously, I'm applying before that. But these times, COVID's mashed up the drug market.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna.
Everything's just remote now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not employing a new entry level person to work from home.
They need someone with experience.
You get what I'm saying?
And the Amazon thing wasn't a.
Nah, I wasn't that thing. There's nothing wrong with Amazon though. Don't get to this.
No, I did the Amazon for a good 6 months.
I heard bad people complaining.
Bread was great, but do you know what it is?
I know people that are still doing
Bro,
that.
my life.
Apparently, it's like proper bad though.
No, bro, it's worse than slavery, bro. Because no, I said it, bro.
Don't drag it.
Don't
drag it like that.
Slavery you can do, you would do it, you know.
Bro,
Don't drag it like
bro,
that.
I felt like they were calling me, and you know what it is? Your bosses will be niggas from Eastern Europe that can't speak English. So,
the supervisors and that.
so they try to G-check you, but they're like, hey, Stephen, bro, they can't even speak English, and you're thinking like, oh, man.
No, see, everyone's got their mask on as well.
And the worst thing is, they're being racist in their language, bro. Like, and one time, sorry, let me just tell you this. Obviously, you couldn't wear headphones, so everyone needed to wear a beanie or something cool.
I heard about that.
So man was on the, I felt like I was actually on the picking line, bro. Man was putting the stuff in the boxes. But no, because but man's tall in it, but the tables are up to here. So like, you know when you're, and it's a 12-hour shift, so you pop or bend into back pain is long, innit? So
done out,
bro. I feel like I've just gone 619 or something, bro. and then so man's here, yeah. And so I'm like, you know what? They always talk about reach a target because they're threatening to find me, but obviously they need the people. They aren't gonna find me. They just want you to work. That's how they trick you. They're like, you got a target. So I'm like, let me try hit this target. So I've put on like a Meek Mill album to like motivate me. I think it was Philadelphia. In fact, I think it was in Philadelphia.
You need them ones.
You need them ones. So
wins and losses, boy.
So man's put that on there deep. I'm like, cool. I wait for the clock to strike because I'm working night shift. I wait for the clock to strike 3 because I'm like 3 to 4. I'm gonna do a match. I'm gonna hit this target and show them I can do it.
I'm gonna jog.
I was jogging, sweating. I was even thinking, bro, my arms ain't even hurt like this before, and I played basketball.
Man's moving like he's in a trap.
Bro, they said the target was 750, and I'm like, last 10 minutes, I'm like, you know when you're in the final bit of a race, you're like, I've got that bit more, so I'm going. Everyone's like, you okay? Pushing. Yeah, and I see it comes in. Bro, I did 400. Target was 750.
Fuck.
Bro, I said
no, but that's 750 your whole shift.
No, 750 for an hour, bro.
750 an hour.
I did 400. That's when I said, stop for me, bro.
You saying work through that and you didn't do
that. And the worst thing is like, you meet them and they've been like, bro, they're even exceeding the targets. Like they're sweating. And the worst thing is you ask them, well, why are you doing this job? They're like, yeah, man, I've been trying to work for my family, put food on the table.
Eastern Europeans are grafters, man.
They're grafters. No, big man thing. But
one thing about them,
but then
them lot will do like a good, like they'll work 18
But the worst
hours
thing is,
a day.
and I love them, shout out to them, because you said it, they will tell you, bro, get out of here as soon as possible. Because they were the same as me. They were like, yeah, we really want to quit money, but then you get comfy because the money is good. But before you know it, 10 years.
Even my neighbor, let's say for example, I'll be going gym. Let's say I may want to go gym for 6:30. Yeah. I'm seeing him. Man's got his jacket on. Man's on his way to work. And the thing is, them not next door to me. I saw them move in. I remember when he had his old van. Now he's got the new Merc. Now he's had new more kids. And I'm thinking, right, I've seen the elevation.
Realistically, if you do a 5-day shift, you can get up to a rack a week, innit? Realistically,
but it's hard though.
Depends how long it's hard. And that's what I'm saying. So as I was finishing, I was like, cool. And they're asking me, why are you here? I'm like, I'm trying to buy new Jordans and just buy some drip.
That's the thing.
Like,
that's the thing that
man's out here, like, because it's COVID. Like, what am I really doing? And people be like, they'll be like, oh yeah, you got to invest. I'm like, shut up, bro. There's nothing to invest in a market that's crashing. Like, it's COVID. No one knows what's going on.
You say it was a good time to invest.
But the market was booming still.
My market was booming.
I hear you because even them times, that's when I first started learning about investment.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to hear that. I was just like, I'm just trying to save up. But obviously, one thing I learned, what they told me is, and to this day I say, never work for more than what they pay you, bro.
Yeah, no.
So what that means is, if you're paid to work an 8-hour shift and do certain things, if you can do less, do less. Because if you do more, no one cares. Like I said, them man are doing. So you're doing the target 750. Them man are doing 1,050. They're not getting paid extra.
I can't lie.
Them man are slaving, and I'm just here doing 300.
It's facts.
Yeah. So they're even doing my work for me.
It's facts.
It sounds nuts, but that's what they're doing, bro. So I'm like, yeah, I learned that.
Because at the end of the day, for example, even like me, like in terms of my work, I'm contracted to work a certain amount of hours, so I don't get paid for overtime. So if I'm so
as soon as the clock
as soon as
Out of there.
even before the clock, bro.
You got a quick 5 minute toilet break. We've all done that, man. You see 5 minutes left? Yeah, that's side of my leg. I need to go.
No, with me, like obviously because I work as a in terms of agency.
Yeah.
So my hours is till 4:30.
Okay.
So, but even I make sure that before 4 o'clock, I've done everything I needed to do.
Yeah.
So I have that half an hour time period where if I just call off, I just do whatever.
Yeah,
I might just be mucking about in the office or whatever. And then before, I make sure I'm out of the office by 4:20.
Yeah.
By the time I changed and gotten ready,
It's
it's 4:30. I'm out. Because it's like, at the end of the day, like...
You're not getting paid that extra.
Yeah, you don't get paid extra. And as long as I'm doing my job...
As well. Time's the most important thing. Man.
Literally, time.
The most important thing.
That's that thing.
The more I get older, the more I realise. Yeah,
even me, like as I've gotten older, obviously when you're young, you chase money.
Forget
you're
that,
using
bro.
all your time to chase money, so you've got no time.
And you might not even be here to spend that tomorrow. Health is wealth, you know. Like,
I'm telling you. And so I tell you what's mad is that, like, it's good. It's nice to have nice stuff, yeah. But sometimes I realise that, like, we're chasing money, chasing money, chasing it. Then we'll blow it on this.
Yeah.
And then we're back to chasing.
Because it has to go somewhere.
And it's like,
it has to go somewhere, bro.
And it's like a cycle. It's a mad cycle.
And that's how we feed into that capitalism BS, bro. Because it's like you wanna carry all this to go get this, but then you're back to square one again. And I was really thinking about that because one thing I was talking about is like, obviously, man's off socials right now, but you know, when I'm off socials, I've deep like, fam, like you said, the time is brazy, you know, it's lovely. But then sometimes it's like, except for my parents, yeah, I'd be looking like, bro, where can we get good advice from these days? Because sometimes it ain't even your friends, you know.
But even, no offense to your parents,
Yeah.
sometimes your parents' advice ain't even good.
Yeah, no, facts. That's what I'm saying. So that was my question to the man. Is like, bro, like in this day and age where everyone wants something for themselves or they don't really understand, like, where can you get good advice from?
Sometimes I feel like, I do feel like your circle. Obviously, that's why it's important to pick who's in your circle. But at the same time, you got to be able to understand that not everyone's gonna have the answers for you. Sometimes you have to go search for that answer.
I'll be real, bro. Books. That's where I get most of mine.
Is it? I can't lie. I still to this
struggle
day,
with
I've
reading,
never been someone that reads. Like,
I
read articles.
Yeah.
I'll go on Google and I'll search and I love reading articles. But in terms of getting a book,
no, it's not. She said, I'll be real. It's not for everyone. Even me, like when I was in secondary school, I used to love reading. I'll be real. Then secondary school ended. I just never read again. So I literally got to like. When I was turning 20, I was like, I need to start reading.
What was it that you didn't really feel like reading like after secondary school?
It was like there's no reason to read. Like,
there was no reason,
for, like, to get me like these times. I remember like, first of all, I'm trying to play basketball, so it's like I don't need to read nothing to play basketball. Then after basketball flopped, it's like I'm not reading nothing. I'm not reading.
Yeah, well,
unless it's
man's
uni
never gonna
work.
pick up a book again, like
unless it's uni work, like a uni book that I'm reading, like an actual book. I don't need to read.
No, but I love you said that because, fam, I was telling Ben this, and it's in football, especially in basketball, because there's such a small like capacity of us that play, bro. Fam, they need to take out this stuff of if you've been playing a sport from a young age and you don't make it to a certain age, you failed, bro. Yeah. That kills so many niggas.
It does, but at the same time, it's like they don't actually say it. It's just a thought that people have.
Nah, bro, you've been BA, bro. You know how that is.
Yeah, no. Don't get twisted. They don't physically say like, yo, if you don't
they
go
make you feel like it because sorry to cut you off. There's man I know that have come back, and when we were there. And the coach would be like, oh, yeah, see him, look.
Yeah. They try to make bad.
And I'm just thinking like, and I'm happy because I told you, I realized from early that I could make it, but this is something I even care about. I'll stop playing ball. I know some man that were talking about it, but it's all love. Now they're coming back to me for advice. But what I'm saying, no, Ruth, please.
That's how it goes, man.
That's how it goes, bro. I know there's man
was chirping.
No, honestly, like, I want to say this clearly. There's a lot of men in America just playing sports in general areas that are doing it to live someone else's dream of them. That makes sense. So they're living someone's aspect of what they should do, not what they want to do. There's man them in America right now that I'm talking to, they hate it, but they're saying if they come back, they don't want to hear the noise of, oh, you're this. And it's crazy, bro.
But I'll be real, like, even me, when I clocked that, see me, before I didn't even make it, I knew I wasn't going to make it. I'll be real.
Yeah, a lot of us don't.
Like, you just be realistic.
Yeah. You're watching the NBA, you're thinking, I could never, even if I took steroids.
I'll be real, I went to flipping, when I was in like year 12 now, I'm emailed bare American coaches. One of them got back to me, invited me to a training camp, a camp. I went out there, and bro, the people over there are different.
He's an athlete.
Athletes, capital A.
Capital A.
I come back here, and obviously I didn't lose my love for the game, but I'm just like,
yeah.
them lot are sick. I didn't really do nothing to show myself that, pick this English guy over them 100 American people.
And what's worse is they eat, sleep, and drink it.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Because them, it's kind of like Americans and basketball is like here in terms of football, whereby it's like the man them that are ballers like from like when we're like 7, 8 years old, like those ones that are their dad's taking them to the park and
I'm talking about that's cool. No, I'm talking about like you know what I mean. They will die for basketball, bro.
Yeah,
no, but that's kind of like, but it's kind of like that's what I'm saying. It's like the kids here, whereby the football is ingrained in them from young. Whereas, for example, some of the man them like you love football, you watch football, but it's not really ingrained by your parents. Some of these man, their parents have ingrained it in them to the point whereby it's like in their head from young, they're like.
It's this or nothing.
It's like footballer, like in terms of like when the teacher asked them, like, what do you want to do when you're older? Because I remember when the teacher used to ask us, like when we're in class, these men are saying footballer and they mean it. Yeah. Like us man will say footballer, but we don't really like in our head is like we're just saying it because we love it.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, it was the way you got girls was if you're a footballer, if you're the fastest in your class.
When you're in a football team and you get to leave class, what? I used to leave the class early. I remember there was one game. I was number 5 when the captain's armband, 7.5. Got teachers on the side watching and everything.
Go, Ben!
Captain on the football team, like you're loving it. But I like how you lot are talking about this because when you actually think about this, in terms of like uni, a lot of people feel like that with uni. The amount of times I've heard people they move out for uni, they go to uni a lot of the time because their parents want them to go to uni. They don't want to go uni, but they go uni, and for example, they may want to drop out, and then their fear of coming back down to London from up north to tell their parents that listen, especially African household, that
me,
listen, uni's not for me.
My thing was, if my mum's cool with it, no one else can persuade me. The first person I call my mum, I'm not telling her like, yo, mum, I'll be real with you, like, I'm leaving. They get me, I know you don't want me to happen, you don't want me to do it on that, but like,
and what was the reaction like first, like,
see my mum, like,
first hand?
My mum's just supportive of me regardless because she knows that I've got a plan in it. I've never been the type to just make a rash decision with no like
behind it.
I've always kind of got a plan. So obviously I showed my mum the plan. She was like, "That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do, innit?" So once my mum gave me the green light,
Good.
But going back to what you said, I'm 50-50 that parent thing because sometimes they're smart, you know. Enough people don't know what they want to do until they go uni. Sometimes,
yeah, true.
Because what people forget, I know, and there's better man that done this. In your first 6 weeks of your first semester, you'll have to change your course, innit? So sometimes people have gone, they've seen something else, and they're like, you know what, this could bang. But I think most of the time it's their way of saying, I'd rather you be working towards something than being a bum at home doing nothing. Which is true, because a lot of man, they'll say they don't know what to do, but they don't want to do anything, bro. They just want to sit at home, eat Gary, and just just do nothing, bro.
No, but the thing is, Satu, my only thing is that like, I feel like now it maybe is a bit easier because your parents, like, for example, like everyone's got TikTok. I'm seeing 30, 40-year-olds on TikTok, watching TikTok.
So parents are seeing what's going on.
And parents are, like, even my mum, she's aware that people are making money of reality shows, making money of TikTok, making money of social media online. So even my own mother is encouraging me to, like, put myself there, out there more. Like, even during COVID, she was like, all this running and exercises you're doing, why don't you actually record yourself and just put it online? In my head, I'm not really like that sort of person.
But you hear her though.
Yeah, I hear her, and it's like now
they're starting to understand.
Yeah, now they're starting to understand. Listen, there's more to life than just going to uni, getting a degree, and becoming a doctor.
I can never become a doctor, you know.
But even now,
I can never.
Even now, you're seeing all the strikes, nurses.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
And it's funny because I work in an inpatient rehab. Yeah. So I work as a physio with like the elderly. So I'm working with these nurses. I'm seeing the junior doctors running around, and I'm thinking,
I'm happy they're striking, you know, because I've deeped it, my friend. But do you know up until recently, I'll be honest, like obviously recently as in 2 years ago, I thought placement was paid like minimum wage. I didn't know it wasn't a thing where it was. No, bro. Let's talk about this, bro. Like, I didn't.
We need to start speaking about this.
I didn't know that it was. No, because I thought it was that minimum wage thing where it's like you're volunteering.
It's only just now. It's only just now that they've started the apprenticeships for nurses. But the only thing is that the way they work the nurses, the student nurses, even they work them as if you're actual. They
Even
use you as a
more.
normal nurse.
Even
so
more.
even that minimum wage that you're getting is good because they weren't doing it before.
Yeah.
But technically, it's still dead.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's basically like
That's their loophole.
That's the
That's
loophole.
the loophole now, where
And
they're-
I
they
need
thought,
because
okay, you can work.
a lot of my friends are nurses, so big them up for strike, and I totally back them. Because I'm like, fam, especially nurses, they do more than doctors more time. Like,
huh? Nurses. Listen, I
bro,
can tell you for a fact,
you're
nurses
going,
are the most.
you're going into a 14-hour shift on your feet, yeah? You have to take shit from some people that don't even know you're trying to help them, one. Secondly, you're learning on the job, and you can't even, it's one of them ones where it's not like I'm doing law if I make a mistake or the law's there. You can't make a mistake on someone's life, you know? That could be the end of it. And then you're telling me, man's not getting paid, and people, like, you know, uni's expensive, you got to pay for this. Now they can only go back to one shift a week, and then they're going to placement the other 6 days. That's a joke, bro.
Because even me myself, when I was on placement as a physio, once you get to like your second year, and like for example, like your educator can see that you're capable, they're throwing you in the deep end. Then like, okay, here's your caseload. If you need anything, you can come to me. But they're treating you as an actual
full-time.
staff.
It's a joke.
Which to an extent is good.
It's good, of course, because because then it gives you a feeling.
But then it also gives them less responsibility, though.
No, but also
sort of, but
it is, man.
It is for a physio. For in terms of from my perspective, it kind of doesn't in a way because they still got their own caseload. Their caseload is mad as well because they're for example, they're like a band 6. So in like healthcare, you have band 5, which is like entry level. That's band 6 is like the next level. So you normally progress from band 5 to 6 when you've got a minimum of like, let's say like 18 months to 2 years experience. So when once you got an experience, a band 6, let's say you've been a band 6 for like a year, then that's when they may give you like the student physio to look after now. Whereby imagine you've still got your caseload, but then you're looking after the physio as well, and then you may get them to engage with your patients that you're dealing with. So then you now have to watch over them, even though they're helping you. If you got someone that's capable, great. Like you can watch them, you can trust them. But at the same time, if you got someone that's probably not as capable, you got to deal with managing them whilst still managing your patients. And remember, our caseload is like for example, a physio, like in the NHS, they're massively understaffed. Like I'm seeing it at hand. Massively. I'm happy I'm working as locum or agency because that's when you're getting paid. Because I'm telling you, like, let's say for example, we're having like for example at the place I'm at, we're having let's say 37 patients. 37 people. You've got right now we've got like 3 physios. So technically, if you do the maths, that's about 12 patients to one physio. And you then delegate some of the patients that may not need your attention to like the rehab assistants. So then when you think about it, out of them 12 patients, maybe half of them you can probably delegate to the rehab assistants. The other half, you then got to look after them. And on top of that, you got admin. So when you're working in hospital, you got a discharge plan. So how the patient's going home. Admin, can take up. I've seen whereby physio, admin could take up your whole day.
I can't do that, bro.
After your whole one half of your day. On top of that, you still got to see the 6 patients that probably need your attention. So then you then have to prioritize, and this is the sort of shit that's happening.
I can't do that.
And the thing is that they're understaffed, but then they don't employ more staff. Because everything is about peas.
It's about profit to them.
And people, and this is the stuff people don't see. That family members don't see.
The way they see it, the employers, is like they want to penny pinch as much as they can. Like, so if they see that you said there's 3 physios. Yeah,
3 physios too.
If they see that there's 3 physios and they're just about getting it done,
it's can't be
like, why do we need another one?
And so to you, what's funny, the inpatient rehab that I'm working at, I didn't know until someone told me because I'm just newly qualified, so I'm still seeing how things are running and what's going on. Imagine, So normally when you go to hospital, they have like the acute ward, which is basically like when you're just getting treated like quickly in it, like first hand. And then they may refer you to inpatient rehab. So this is for the elderly. They'll refer you to get more rehab because they feel like you have potential to progress back to like your normal function. So they'll be sending patients from acute to inpatient rehab. And one thing I didn't know, someone told me that imagine these lot are getting paid to fill up the beds. So sometimes you may find that people are getting rushed out of hospital. Discharged home because they get rid of them.
It's a business, bro.
Everything's a business. Everything's about money.
Bro. Literally.
Everything's about capitalism in this country. So
it's so sad to see, bro. That's why,
and that's
bro.
the thing.
We need God, bro. Like every day, I'm so happy I have God. Even when I mess up, 'cause I'm just like, I know He's watching over, man, bro. Because.
But what I will say though, in response to what Ben was saying, why I said it was good to a certain extent, because see, in the real world of work, they throw you in the deep end.
Well,
as soon as you start working, you're getting thrown in the deep end.
It's about sink or swim.
Yeah, so they don't care if
true still.
like you'd rather go for it in your uni placement. Where it's like, you don't have to do this. So then you've applied for the full-time job, you've got it.
Yeah,
they're throwing you in, and you're like...
No, I've clocked it, because in my new job, they just threw me in. They're like, you said you got the qualifications, your CV, you know.
What I'm saying?
And it's facts still, yeah.
So that's why I think, that's one thing I say, I think they should teach that earlier, that in life, you will get thrown in the deep end.
That's one thing that I would say is that, for example, we don't start our placements until our second year. My course is only 3 years. So I don't start any placement until like...
And first year's a joke when you think about it.
There's
too much free time.
Some of the stuff that we're learning about, when I look back at it now, I'm like, you're wasting my time. You should have just sent me to a hospital. Let me just learn first.
No, you're right still. Because I did. That's why there's so many people gallivanting first year. You got too much free time.
Way too much.
Too much free time.
Like,
I remember times I used to just go like ends just to do something, just to be like, I'm not in uni.
First year, I was just missing lectures because I'm like, why am I even here? I was just working. I was thinking, why am I just running up, man?
That's why I left. That's the main reason I left uni, because when I was at uni, I'm like, my biggest problem is like, not my biggest problem. My biggest problem, my family problem is money, innit?
Yeah.
How am I helping them being in uni right now? You get me? Don't get twisted. Uni's like a future investment. After the thing, you get your job and you work your way up. But at the same time, like in the moment, it's like, bro, times are hard, innit? It's like, I need to earn money today.
I need to run it up.
And we're saying that like Nana, this is a question to you, man, innit? Like, how do you track progress? Like, is there ever a time where like, you know what, Ix, you know what, Ben, like, you've done well, like, well done. Do you man ever tell yourselves that? Because I feel like we don't do that enough, especially in our community. And I don't want to make it a black men thing, but we're always taught to do. Do you ever get time to stop? Because that's something I'm trying to do more with myself, like, because to me, I've clocked what progress is not, where I am now. It's looking at where I was before and seeing like, you know what, like, you've come far, legit, you've come far.
Do you know what it is? Because we're still young, I'm working so that I don't have time to think. That's how it is. It sounds mad. It sounds mad, but at the end of the day, like, obviously, like I keep saying, I always say, like, I have goals that I want to reach, and these are stuff that's long term. So these are stuff that 3-4 years.
But I said progress. See, you're saying goals. I get that.
But it all works hand in hand.
You're right, progress, but even on our group chat where we're like, oh my days, this thing went up.
Okay, like here, for example, with the podcast, we're talking views. Okay, like for example, today, I mentioned about how episode 22, that's probably in terms of just me and him, us two on the episode, with no guests. Yeah. We hit 100 views in 3 days. Now, 100 views to us, that's big right now.
Big right
so
now.
that's progress to me.
Just to bounce off that, 100 views is big, bro. In general, like 100 people, like that's 100 people.
That's what I keep.
You know what I'm saying?
Even me, because I don't watch that. None of them uses me because I edit it. I watch it twice. So once I put it out, I don't watch it again on YouTube. I don't watch anything on YouTube.
You get what I'm saying? So trust me, 100 views is a lot of people.
And
in terms of like progress, I feel like a lot of men measure the progress in terms of something that's like material, so listic. So in terms of like money, a lot of the time. So when you're able to do certain things that you weren't able to do before, like for example, you might be able to buy this item, You might have, or maybe you might be able to, for example, like if your mum asks you for money, you're able to be like, yeah, I got that here, hold that, or like you're able to do certain things in your head that makes you feel like, oh wow, like I really got it like that compared to before, maybe like a year ago or 2 years ago, I wasn't really able to do this. So I feel like that's probably. If there's one like sort of like outcome measure that shows me that, like I'm progressing in life, maybe is that whereby I'm able to, for example, certain things may happen and it's like, I'm good, like I can handle that easy, like cool, I got that. Whereas before, maybe if it was 2-3 years ago, I wasn't able to do that. But I feel like, do you know what it is? We're in a world whereby it's like, or an age whereby everything's like, got to be tangible in a way. That's how we measure our progress. Everyone measures it through the latest crepes or the nicest outfit or the nicest car. If you're able to now, for example, you're able to put on a depot to finance a car. that's some people's outcome measure because they've been saving up to
do that.
Example,
You're right.
To get a brand new car. They want the brand new Mercedes, the Merc, the brand new Beamer. Yeah. So that's certain people's, for example, like I said, outcome measure to show that, okay, I am progressing because I'm able to do these things. Like I said, everyone's different. Like, for example, for me, one thing I really want to do is be able to buy a house. I keep telling people I'm not renting no place. Like, I want to be able to say that I'm in charge of your own land, and I want to be able to do that by myself. So if I get married in the future, cool. But I told my mum this I told my mum this like a couple of days ago. Like, I'm not buying, like, respectfully, I'm not buying no house with another woman. Like, maybe I could do that with my wife as well, but separately.
Yeah, that'd be your second house or something.
Yeah, separately, like, my own thing, I want to be a homeowner. I don't care what climate we're in, whatever. Like,
that's your goal, innit?
That's one of my
goals.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man.
Because, what about you?
My thing for progress is like, I'll be real, like Ben said, I used to keep, not even I used to, because I still do, I keep myself so busy, I don't really have time to think.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, I just moved into my new yard like 2-3 weeks ago. So it wasn't even the yard though. When I got the bed, I was like, right, I'll be real, like, man, I used to sleep on a couch for time. That's how I moved out of London. Because I was sleeping on a couch, like, it's just long. So when I got a bed,
that's real shit though. You said
when
that.
I got a bed in my own yard, I'm like, nah.
No, it feels good, yeah. No, because sometimes I feel like, you know what it is? I feel like to myself, I need to celebrate the small things. And I'm not saying I celebrate everything.
Of course.
But it's because I know all men here, we're the hardest on ourselves. Like, niggas think that what they say, it hurts us. But, bro, we've said worse to ourselves, bro.
Nah, literally.
Like, there's times where, I've missed the layup and I'm saying, bro, you're effing. Yeah, like, why are you on this court right now, bro? And it'll be something where I've dropped 50 and I've missed the easiest layup. And I'm like, bro, you're mad dead at this game.
You know what it is? Like, we hold ourselves to such a high standard, which is a good thing. So, like, when you make any little mistake, you just, like, punch yourself.
You're on yourself. You're thinking,
but
I need
it's
to
good,
do better.
though, in a way, because, like, you're holding yourself accountable for your mistakes, innit?
Yeah, and I was watching this interview. I think it was a Young Jock, some interview, right? And it was a great convo. And I was like, let me bring it here. Where he was like, the interviewer told him, "Oh, what do you think about all these trends that black people, this black culture, we're having on TikTok? Isn't it great?" And he was like, "Well, that means nothing. Like, we don't own any of this stuff." You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm like, "Oh, we're too much on owning." But I deep down, I was like, there's a lot of stuff where we've popularized, but we don't own or we don't benefit from it, bro. Like, there's stuff, like, even stuff like there's anything you can think of in the music or like fashion culture where it's something we started, but then it's like it becomes so popular that we can't even afford to have it again anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, we to the point, like, stuff that we've started, but someone else monetizes off of it,
someone else
trademarks it, and then I remember. So I tell you what was funny. I remember when, for example, like Joe Budden, he was speaking about all these dance. He made me realize, I deeped it. All these dances, like the Millie Rock and everything. Remember when what's that game? Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Remember when Fortnite come? All of a sudden,
got
all these dances, and they trademarked these dances now. And then to the point whereby, for example, like 2 Milli that made the Millie Rock.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, or certain other guys. What other dancers were there?
Carlton, you know Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton back.
Exactly his dance.
Yeah, he tried. I think he tried to sue them or claim it or something.
Yeah, but you can't.
You're lying.
Yeah.
You ain't even. You ain't got it.
Because someone that's the thing, and the thing is, when you see that dance, the first thing you think about is Fresh Prince, Carlton.
That's crazy, you know.
2 Milli.
Why do you think the world's like that? Or do we need to be smarter?
Yeah, I would say we just don't know to do it. Because in our remember, that's like for example, the Carlton dance, like, that's just a dance. He's not thinking in 20 years
that I'm gonna
a game's going to be using it to...
I'll tell you what's good now is that now we're starting to think this. So now, as much as I hear people complain that everyone's making content nowadays to monetize, it's good that we've transitioned from that mindset. Because back in the day, everyone that was... All these guys that are legends, like, that we used to look up to and watch on the TV screens, a lot of them, when you compare it to the times now, they're not making anything compared to... Or they didn't make anything compared to what people today that are making. And that probably aren't even making as good as content as what we were seeing back in the day.
Come on, man.
But because now that people have because the knowledge is out there now that you need to do this and this in order to monetize and this certain amount and trademark stuff. Like, now, obviously, people are more clued up, which is good at the end of the day, because, like, it's about time that we started, like, actually monetizing and getting what's ours from people that have no knowledge.
I think it's also from those that were before us to let us know.
But like, they didn't know either.
Yeah, but now that they've learned, like, bro, how is there still rappers nowadays that are still signing death row contracts?
But it's actually what annoys me about that.
See
this,
the contract thing, the music label thing. Like,
it annoys me though.
People complain and that, but in the moment, you need the money, bro. You need the advance.
That's the thing.
Do you know what I'm saying? And on top of that,
said, you're right.
More time, music labels. If you ain't got your own music lawyer, there's a music
they're
lawyer
gonna give you their lawyer.
Yeah.
And their lawyer's gonna imagine deep it. The lawyers from the label.
Yeah.
So then the lawyers that's doing your business, the label's paying him.
Yeah.
So whatever, technically,
he wants you to sign, innit?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he still reads it for you and breaks it down to you. So it's up to you then to do your own due diligence and be like, rah.
Okay, this means this
X,
and that.
Y, Z means X, Y, Z. Alright, cool. ABC means ABC.
But a lot of the time, man just see the
No,
money.
right, because I've always said, we said in one of our earliest episodes, the word independent and stuff has become a trend. Where people don't understand that sometimes labels the best. That's why Drake still signs to a label, because he knows that there's certain stuff even he can't do to him. No.
And it's not even that. See, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's the way I see it. Even, like, to bring it to the UK, Heady One signed to a label. Tion Wayne signed to a label. Fredo was just signed to a label. Do you get me? It's like, they wouldn't be as big as they are without the label. Let's be honest.
There's a machine. Yeah, there's a machine.
Be honest.
You need some sort of a machine behind you anyway.
You get me? Even Clavish just went top 4.
Yeah, I know. He signed.
And on top of that, he's the only rap artist on Polydor. So they're putting their all into him.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So it works.
You just got to be smart about how you navigate.
He could go independent after, but
it wouldn't be as
he probably won't be able to hit the same unless he gets.
He still has to build his fan base, and but at the same time, it's like there's no need to go independent because you get me.
But the only things about the independent talk, because one thing I do, I listen to all these interviews. So I listen to like the Mario all these other guys that interview these artists. And one thing, because Thingy broke it down. I remember people getting onto Vimsy on TikTok when he broke down how much it costs to be a rapper.
It's not cheap.
What to expect. It's not cheap. He's independent. He's got his own team. Obviously, he's a businessman, so he can probably afford to do certain things that an up and coming rapper from. And probably not. He has
trust me. Even nowhere near. It's expensive, bro. These producers charge high prices.
And when they know who you are, there's tax on top of that charge as well, bro.
Producers charge, the video shoots. Flipping, if you want to post in GRM, it costs money. Like everything costs money. Radio costs money. So being independent, like everyone's like when people talk independent, they see Central C's independent, Dave's independent.
That one there.
The only thing,
like they're trying to compare it to that.
No, but the only thing is they need to understand, is that cool, they're independent, but these men have teams behind them.
Big teams.
And they've got masterminds behind them.
Facts.
So Dave's got Benny Scars, who's his manager.
Yeah.
That's the person behind Dave as his manager. Obviously Central C's got YBs. These are man that study the music industry.
Yeah.
And that actually talk to people. They've got networks.
That's networking.
That's a different, and the thing is people think independent is just you going out and doing things yourself. These man, they still pay people for services. They still pay people to market.
You basically have a label.
But you're just not signed.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if you not know about distro deals.
Distribution deals.
Literally like...
You pay them to do basically what a label does for you, basically.
So obviously they give you an advance for like, let's say you want to drop an album. They give you like, let's say for numbers sake, they give you 100k for that album.
Yeah.
But obviously with that 100k, like, you have to put that towards your album. It's not 100k in my pocket.
That's 100k to get the album out.
That's what and to quickly cut you off. That's the thing that artists don't understand. That when they're coming from the hood, they think that the advance that they get from the label is 3p's. They think it's just an advance.
You actually have to use it for the project. Do you get what I'm saying? And on top of that, obviously there's a contract in place.
It's a loan, basically.
So they're gonna take. Some people take 20%, some people take 10%, whatever. They're gonna take their
after
percentage.
they've gotten their advance back.
Yeah, do you get me? So
imagine you've got to earn 100k back. Then everything after the 100k, for example, in the label, they're getting 80%.
20. No. It'll be 20% to them. Then So you're independent, but you've got label services running for you in the background. Because obviously the label that just give you the 100k, they want to make their 100k back, so they're going to push it for you.
It isn't just the 100k because they spend money on marketing. Marketing costs P's. The
even
producers,
YouTube ads on that,
the drip that you're wearing in that music video that you're saying that my outfit costs seven quid. You know how they've got the bust down the bust down carty that costs 10 racks.
Bro, what do you think about renting clothes, bro?
I don't think anything about it. Like that's what someone wants to do. That's what someone wants to do.
No, but if
you know
it's
what it
for
is?
a music video,
I get it.
You know what it is? One thing I've learned this past year is that a lot of music videos have stylists on set.
Yeah.
So the stylists are just giving you clothes. They're not giving. You're not renting it.
You're not renting it.
They give it to you to wear and they take it back.
Yeah, and they take it back.
Which is, to me, is a lot smarter.
That makes sense though, but that's marketing.
It's
We're
marketing
using
for the
each other.
stylists.
We're using each other. Yeah.
So it works. And obviously, I think the labels have stylists with them already in camp. So more time it's just, put this on. And I think there's options where you can buy it off the stylist.
Yeah.
And more time they take it back.
Yeah, that's the smartest
So
thing to
do you mind think it's a good thing? Because obviously, I don't know. Did you know Mergs before? Is it just something where you just met organically?
Nah, like so I've moved to Brum in September 2021, and then I didn't know him. So obviously I used to have a podcast, innit?
Yeah.
Back in the day, and he must have reposted it.
Yeah.
So when he reposted it, I DM'd him like, yo, like, appreciate you posting it. Then we just kind of kept in contact just on Insta DMs.
Okay.
So before I moved to Brum now, I'm like, yo, I think I'm gonna move to Brum. You know, where's the nice places to live? I don't want to move to the hood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm leaving Dagenham. Like, how am I gonna go to live in the hood?
Yeah.
You get me? So he shows me a few places. So I move up there, and then I didn't even shout him when I moved up because I'm like, I don't want to seem like a beg. Like, why am I gonna tell him?
Why am I like keep trying to chat to you?
You get me?
That's what I say. That's one thing we need to get out that mindset.
But that's what I said, bro.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
I said that at the start. I said, bro, like
we need to stop caring about what people think in the world. Because one thing I deep is
It's true
that
though.
people actually don't care.
Yeah, no facts.
People actually don't care.
They don't.
We're
It's
too
just-
busy. We
it's a
overthink
mindset
things.
thing, yeah.
But yeah, go on.
So when I moved there now, obviously I didn't shout him because I'm like, I don't want to tell man I've moved to the area. That's just you get me?
like, you know when they go, I'm in your
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
up?
So he posted a barber, like his local barber, and obviously I needed a barber. So obviously I've driven to the barber, get my hair cut now, and obviously I must have snapped it or something. And he's like, yo, what? You're in my hood, pull up on me. So I bucked him that day, and then since then I'm just like,
Oh, that's mad, you know.
yeah. So it was organic still, but
that's
it
dope.
was communicated before that.
Do you feel like it's easier to, or obviously because there's a previous relationship? Do you think it's easier to be his manager because of that, or harder? Because you know when people say relationships and business cannot mix. If we're being real,
It's
No, but that's
easier.
in business, though.
I know,
Pleasure
but
in
at the same
business.
time, because there's sometimes where you know what, like let's say, God forbid, God willing, we're gonna make it,
Yeah.
And now our boys wanna be like, oh, they wanna be a manager, or they wanna be a marketing
yeah.
star.
Nah.
Is it something where we?
No.
That's what I'm
For
trying
me,
to say.
No, but for me, you see with that, like, if you weren't with me when I was shooting in the gym, don't come when all of a sudden we got the champagne and
That's what I'm asking, because they can still be qualified. It don't mean they ain't qualified.
True.
Because I'm guessing when you met him that time as well, you know, I'm sure you knew of Mowgli.
Yeah, obviously I come up on Mog, so when I bucked him now, like, I'm like, rah, like.
You felt
that's what I
starstruck a bit.
Yeah, a bit
Yeah.
starstruck. And then, I didn't buck him to be his manager.
Yeah.
I bucked him on like
That's the thing.
Just a calm thing, yeah.
Like,
I like music. I like your music. You get me? Like, I've just moved to the area. Like, I didn't even want to. No, say I didn't want to be your friend, but like, I'll come to the studio with you every time.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I just want to be in the studio with you.
Just to
Obviously,
be around you. See
Yeah,
how
you live your life,
how
man live
you
my
move,
life. Do you get me? So just that. Then it's like, yo, I'm going to studio today. You wanna come through? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming through. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Next day studio. Then it's like, obviously he's moved out to the next area now, and I'm like, cool. Then I get evicted, and I'm moving to the same area. Like, I didn't choose to get evicted, but
Shit just happens, innit?
it just happened, innit? Where I'm closer to him, anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm like, raw, cool. Then it's like, we kind of had the same type of schedule. Like, I'm free in the day. Well, not free in the day, but I've got time in the day. So he's like, yo, I need to go to London. Well, can you take me? I'm like, yeah. Oh, if it's studio in London, any like interview studio,
London,
like we'll go in it.
Yeah.
So over time, we're doing this like once a week, maybe twice a week. Then we'll just talk. And obviously, like, I love music. I'll be real.
Yeah.
So but I don't want to be a manager, but we'll talk about his music, and life just in general.
But that's the best bit, you know, because you know I'm not saying that's what I was doing, but sometimes you might even be picking your brain, seeing because it's like if you're being real, he's probably had the idea, but he's trying to see where you're going because. Like we said, I'll say this again on the pod. The reason why UK music don't bang a lot, there's too many yes man, bro.
Yeah,
and there's too many man that will just say something like that will appease the actual artist themselves. So he's probably picking your brain, saying, "Okay, what's his real, authentic views on certain shit?"
And obviously, because like I said, I was actually a fan of Mo before I bucked him. So it's like, even when he's made certain songs, I'm telling him straight, like, nah.
This song ain't
From a fan's perspective, nah, I wouldn't like if you drop this, I'm not even listening to it. I'll listen to it once and be like,
yeah, calm.
You get me? But there's certain songs like. We've been together and he made it. I'm like, yeah, this is it.
Cool. This is it.
Yeah. This is it. Do you get me? So obviously, we're driving London one day. Obviously, talk about music. And he's like, you know what, Ix? Like, you might as well be my manager. Obviously, I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm like, yeah, like why not? Do you get me? Obviously, I don't know nothing about managing, but I'll learn. I'm willing to learn as well. So just like that, literally. And then
How was that been for you? Like you said, learning on the job, bro. Like
it's calm. I like it. See what it is. See my life. Like I don't really feel like I'm working because it's just
something you love.
Yeah,
like, music's something you love.
Saying?
That's like here as well. Like doing this, I feel like we're just having a conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think about the money that we're paying for studio because I'm like, I actually like coming here.
What it is as well. Do you get me?
I love
So,
it, man.
and like I said, I didn't meet him to be his manager. So already, like, imagine I moved to Birmingham. That's the first person I bucked in Birmingham, and I moved there.
God makes things happen in a way.
I was literally gonna say, even like the way you described everything seemed like it's been.
It was
put
meant
in line.
Yeah,
It's
it was meant
to be destined for you to come across each other.
Regardless, like I even said to him one time, like, forget that. Like, if you quit rapping today, like, you're still my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, do you get me? Like, I'm not saying I don't care about music, but I care more about him than I care about.
Yeah.
So that's so refreshing to hear, you know.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's so refreshing to hear. Like, I always tell Ben, like, don't think we're only close because of this. Like, I will still check up for Ben.
Yeah,
same thing here, man.
You get me, like,
vice versa as well.
Bro, that's my that's my dog. I'll be honest with you, like, do you get what I'm saying? So, like, music aside, I've got him. So when it comes to music, and obviously this is his career, I want the best for him. So if I can help out anyway, I'm gonna help. If it means learning, if it means driving to London every other week, bro.
So how have you heard, or how have you found it? Like learning, like the music industry, because I'm guessing as a manager you're gonna have to
especially networking and that
obviously shout out Amaru. He brought me to one event in Croydon back in May 2022. He didn't bring me, he invited me. I drove down and come. It was good, so I met a few people, different labels and that, but it's good, man. It's one of them ones. It's like, because you'll see how, like, obviously being from a certain area, accustomed to talking to people in a certain way and getting things done in a certain way, but like, the music industry is like, it's not like that at all. You have to play by the book, like rule book. Like, you can't cut corners. You can't just because you're that guy. I'm not even saying I was that guy on the roads either. I'm just saying just because you're that guy on the roads, it goes towards artists as well. Like, you're not that guy in the music industry.
Trust me, it's run by different people.
Is that going?
They'll look at you like, who are you? Like,
because that's technically the corporate world. These are big people that are managing.
But people forget that this is a corporate world. Just because, like, there's bare street stuff involved in music, like, it's a corporate world, industry, bro.
So just because you may have been the biggest drug lord that you think you're rapping about, when you come to these people don't care about what you've done in the streets.
And they've got more money than you.
That's you can even think of.
They've got more money than you anyway. So
that's facts.
It's been like a roller coaster. Like, it's good though. I like it, but at the same time, it's like everything's not what it seems as well. Even me, I'm learning more stuff. Like, I used to think certain things ran, and when I'm finding out about how certain things are actually running, it's like, wait a minute. What
are you saying though? You're starting a label soon. Is that something in the future? Is that something?
I don't know, man. Obviously, most sort of label already, Birch Boy Records, BBR. It's not really like, it's more of a movement just now. So obviously, he still needs to build up his own career before we start thinking about getting other people on board. But when it gets to that stage, whenever that stage comes,
is there anything that you've found? You know how everyone says the music industry is fake. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's fake. This, that, and the other.
I wouldn't say it's fake. But it's like, everyone wants their best interest in it. Everyone's out for themselves. It's not fake.
At some point, you're going to clash,
It's not, I wouldn't say it's fake, or I haven't experienced any quote-unquote fakeness, but people just want what's best for themselves. Like, everyone wants to. Because remember, like, see the music industry, like, especially these days, so your career is so short-lived.
Oh, for sure.
You get, like, 2-3 years max, if we're being honest.
Every year, there's a new artist that's blown up, that's got... I always tell people, all it takes is one tune.
You know, so, bro, look at Central C now. He's coming up to 2-3 years now on this run.
So who would have thought? Imagine, man's got more Spotify monthly listeners than Lil Baby, Lil Durk. 30 million.
When I saw him on that Drake video, I can't hate it, bro.
He's gone. That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, you would have in 2020 when he was it 2020 or 2021 around that time when he come up, I would have never expected that he went this 30 million listeners a month.
He's still not my cup of tea, but I respect it, man. I respect it, man. I respect it.
What he's doing is crazy. Because I'll be real, like, we've got to keep it 100. Like, in terms of globally, I ain't never seen in my lifetime.
It's not gonna be another. I'll be real.
We ain't never seen someone from the UK.
He's got everything. Like, he's got the image.
Smash.
He's got the sound.
I think Nipper can do it.
He's got the relatability.
I feel like Nipper can transcend to America.
Yeah,
Americans already caught on to Nipper.
Bro, thank you. I'm trying to tell the guys, bro. Nipper, come to the pod. We've been on. Listen, I've been telling guys.
And the thing is, that Americans already caught on.
They're catching.
My man was on Jack Harlow and that.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack Harlow brought him out or something.
Didn't know. I saw Pulisic posed with his guys on the concert.
you know, it was at Jack Harlow's concert.
No, not Jack.
No.
Craig David. Was it Craig David? I think he went on tour with Craig David.
Yeah, I think Craig David brought him out as well.
But he was at Jack Harlow's concert. He was backstage with him, and then Pulisic happened to be there as well. So he was in the picture.
Listen, I really think...
I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
You know what picture I'm talking about?
Pulisic,
I saw Pulisic to the bottom right, but I was like, oh, I said that's fine, man. I was like, no, but you see Nipper, yeah. When I started hearing him, I was like, I ain't heard an R&B artist.
I told Ben about it.
He told me, but then you know, it went in through one ear and went out
the
the
other. Yeah.
But then I happened to his thing just popped up on TikTok. So
you know who's cold as well in the R&B thing? I don't know if you know Eric IV.
Oh
yeah. I've heard of
cold.
That whole 90s R&B thing's coming back, you know.
I like it though.
I like it.
It's a clean
different,
sound.
man.
It's different.
Sound, man.
And you know what it is? Man, them are finally expressing themselves,
yeah,
bro. Because back in the day, you'd been called soft if we're gonna keep it up,
Yeah,
bro.
but you know what it is? Back in the day, the drill sound was up and coming.
Yeah.
So we had 6-7, we had 150. We have all these guys coming up.
I was talking about this with my boy. I think they were playing. This was before my time. Before I started, they were playing like all like the boys back in the hood, like the music. Some guy called Ken or something. I think he had a Drill Labor remix or something. Yeah. And I was like, no,
you don't know about Ekena?
No, this was before my time, bro. Remember, I didn't grow up in London. I only came school in London, innit? So back then, do you know him?
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that. That mix is old. That mix is
no,
old.
but it was hard in this because obviously, you know, sometimes the manager's going to SoundCloud and replay the bangers.
Bro, SoundCloud was the thing.
Was a thing.
Because I couldn't afford Spotify.
So I said, let me
know what Spotify was.
I said, yeah. So I said, let me keep it up. But again, I'm most honest with myself. I wasn't there at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, who's this guy? They were like, oh bro, back in the day, if you didn't know, you were an idiot in it. So
I haven't heard of his name in years.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking, man, the throwback. So I was like, why didn't he play now? They're like, oh, he's just, you know, doing what.
Times have changed. You see, that's the thing with the music.
And then so, you're right. That's how I was like. But then I said to him, I put out a question because they were saying his boys were like the Abbas, the Abracadabras, like them man there. So I'm like, I love what they're doing. Obviously, they're clear. So I'm like, but why didn't they tell him like, yo, keep on this thing? Or is this something where it's his own decision at the end of the day?
No one knows though. Do you get me? Because it's consumer stress. So as an artist, like, you don't know this sound's going to be dead in the next year. You're just making your music that you've come up on.
But I feel like they could have told him, bro, take this seriously, man.
But then my thing is, as an artist, you got to be able to make that decision by yourself.
You got, but remember, you're following the money. Remember, like I said, you want them, like, let's go back to Wayne, for example, the drill thing. I give drill like another
2 years.
2 years.
Max.
Do you get me? Obviously, there's still going to be listeners, but then when it gets to that 2 year point, it's like, cool.
The sound like has already been watered down. So once they've squeezed, they can get out of it. They're gonna move on to the next sound.
Yeah, look at 5-year foreigner. You ain't no one
artists then have to find the next sound.
Exactly.
But remember, it's the consumer's choice. The streamers, these are the people that are listening to you, coming to your shows.
Streaming. Yeah,
you're right. You know, me and Ben spoke about it. It's like, is a lot of it. We know it's our fault, but do you think it's consumers' fault? Like at the end of the day, what you support is what you'll see.
But it's like it's consumers' fault, but it's obviously we're all consumers, but we're not the consumers that are supporting that.
Yeah, that's
just
what.
a large group of people that we can't control. So we all have our own opinions. Like, you know, I don't really like that song.
I don't really like that.
Bro, they're selling out every single show they get. They're doing 20 million monthly listen.
That's it.
You can't hate on
And remember, like even me, I've said it myself. Like I'm only going to an artist concert if I know like the majority of your catalog. I'm not that person that like that's one hit, because you remember there's people like, for example, people that gone to Tion Dwayne show, probably a lot of them probably just know Keisha Becky, but these are quick to drop their 30
even now shows, even now shows, it's like it's a motive.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I don't want to go back on this, but
which annoys me.
I'll be real, it annoys
because to me, if you don't know,
we were talking about this.
I've said this. If you don't know 95% of the person's catalog, do not.
Bro, I went Lil Baby 019. I'll never forget. This is when Baby's just come about.
Yeah.
I remember my boy telling me to come, saying it's a motive. These times, I don't even rate Lil Baby like that.
But bro, hear this now. I'm at Lil Baby. I can't lie. I'll be real. Man's a big fan of Baby.
Yeah.
Big fan. So obviously, I'm going there like maybe my favorite artist at the time.
Yeah.
Man singing lyric for lyric, word for word, like, do you get me?
Yeah, people.
I'm seeing
everyone's mumbling rubbish.
The lyrics to "That's My Dog." I'm like,
what?
But
they done the lyric. What, did Nookie come out then yet or not?
Yeah, Nookie. They even brought out D Block.
And I bet they did the lyrics to that.
They did the lyrics to that. But I'm saying actual Baby's actual catalog. I'm looking.
People don't know.
I'm seeing man are all snapping.
I'm
looking
around like,
man, I'm singing in sign language.
But that's when I clocked that.
Cool.
This is a motive now. It's not a thing
like
for the fans. But you see who it is. You see the artists that 100% fans are going. the Ed Sheerans, the Beyonces, the Adeles.
Adele's selling out Coldplay. I see
Coldplay hard, though.
I see Coldplay
Even
sell out
N-Dubs. You see
Wembley.
N-Dubs tour they just done. Everyone that went there was an N-Dubs fan.
Crazy.
You're not going there to snap and make.
Crazy.
You get me?
Even today, I saw Drake do a B-side Apollo at the Apollo. In my head, I would love for him to do that. But only things that will annoy me is that the people that don't know his catalogue from
back then,
Take Care, even Thank Me Later, So Far Gone,
they're gonna be
still
asking.
gonna try and go. And I'm thinking,
even you see Dirk here. Dirk was obviously one of my biggest faves. Like, so when Dirk was supposed to come,
I knew it was.
That's when I clocked. I can't go to another show in the UK. I'm seeing bare people going, but these lot don't know Dirk. They know one Dirk song.
They just know what's that.
No, it's India. India 1 and part 2.
India. No.
That's all they know.
That's facts.
That's all they know, bro.
I'm saying, like, it's motives nowadays. So it's like, obviously it's good for the artists because they're selling out the venues. It's good for the venues because they're making money. But it's not as it was.
The
before.
whole essence of a concert is for you to enjoy the music from the artist, and I feel like
from like a live.
Yeah, because for me it's like I invest my time listening to like the artist constantly. I'm listening to your catalog. I'm going like every day. I'm listening to a tune from you, and then now I feel like I'm fully invested in you as an artist and your career. And I feel like I want to go to a concert to actually enjoy your music. You got next man.
I'll be real.
I'll be real. Like 80% of people.
For girls.
Yeah, 80% of people at shows these like for rappers especially American rappers coming to England. They're just there for a motive. There's 20% are hardcore fans that they're going word for word. I was talking like a
week-long conversation, and I said it's sad, especially RIP to the Rebecca, but literally it's just like they're shaka thing, like both. That one,
it's not even funny.
No, it's not funny, but at the end of the day, it was bound to happen because this ain't the first time that Brixton Academy has been something like that, bro.
No, but big man thing, like RIP to that Rebecca and the other woman that died as well. It's a sad situation, bro.
But I said to Ben, how you gonna explain that to their parents? I mean, to the kids, bro. Even when they grow up, you can't explain that, bro. And like we said, bro, if you've been in Brixton, there's nothing for you there to do, bro.
I can't. It annoys me because
that situation fully jarred me. I'm not gonna lie to you, like.
With the real hooligans, this is why I said we play to when they call us hooligans. We can't complain and say no. We can't call racism.
I think and it's crazy. I think the one concert that I went to and I was like, everyone here is a real fan. Was probably the Blade Brown concert.
Yeah, that would make sense.
When I went to Blade Brown,
you're not gonna go to Blade Brown thing. You're a fan.
I was probably the youngest person there. I was seeing man.
Grown man.
I was seeing man that I knew that were like mid-30s. Everyone there was mid-30s, probably in their 40s.
You see the older generation. People that come to their shows, they're fans.
You know that they've been listening to
if it's a Gigs headline concert, then
So when I went there, when I went to that concert, every tune, everyone around me singing word for word. I'm like, bro, when I was in Wireless and I'm singing, I was singing Meek, I'm a boss, everyone, I'm looking around like,
bro,
imagine
Wireless,
only people knew
Chris Brown, bro. I don't even know the lyrics to Chris Brown.
Oh,
I'm like,
I felt so embarrassed. I'm
lying.
In my head, I'm thinking,
even if you're not a fan, you know Chris Brown.
Heard it on the radio at least.
I'm thinking this is Meek Mill performing at Wireless for the first time I'm seeing Meek in the UK or London. I think that was the first time he was in London.
It was.
Obviously, his show got cancelled, but that was in O2 Brixton Academy the week after. But I was like, this is Meek Mill first time in London. The new people here that don't even know him are here. Like, I was like, I felt so embarrassed.
That's why.
Do you know how many man actually don't know Dreams and Nightmares? They just know the end. Like, if you tell them to sing the first verse.
That's the thing. A lot of people just...
They don't know.
It's just vibes.
Nah, literally.
Which there's nothing wrong with, but I feel like there's certain things, like, for example, concerts.
Just stay home,
Just stay home. There's nothing wrong with staying home.
I'll be real, that Asake situation is like the saddest. It's not even...
Honestly, I hate speaking about it.
The saddest thing.
It angers me as well.
Yeah, like... I'll be real, sitting in my yard, I'll be deep in that, you know. Like, bro, 2 women died.
Just that.
And do you know what it was as well?
Just for that.
I was saying to Ben, it couldn't even be like a New Year's present because near the end of the year, that could have been them just saying, you know what, I'm going to have a good time to end the year.
But that was before Christmas, bro.
Before Christmas, yeah.
And I'll tell you what annoys me.
And like we said, sorry.
Go on.
Nigerians know Asake, bro. Like, we know that. So most Nigerians, it's hot, but it's not like we'll scream over in it. I'm saying most of you, man, didn't even know him before the start of this year. Probably before he even dropped that album,
Facts.
So I know most of you don't even know the lyrics or the
music,
the twang, the Yoruba, because he's heavily Yoruba, bro. So
even me, I found out about Asake like...
I only found out about him
July, August.
If we're being real,
I found out about him probably September, October, bro.
I knew about him, but I
don't even know. I
like him, but I'm not gonna go to a concert of his where I know like 10, 15, 20 songs.
On top of that, why, like, bro, the situation just jarring, but why are you pushing to get into a concert. Like, what's the bro? Man, kids or something.
And something annoys me is that people talk online like they're so quick to talk about other people. Haven't you got shame? This, that, and the other. I'm sure those are the same people that are probably pushing to go into a concert. And I'm thinking like everyone wants to act all high and mighty, but when it comes to like in real life, where people act weird. People acting like animals. Because at the end of the day, we're not kids. We're all grown adults. You're pushing to go into a concert. And it annoys me because imagine two people lose their life over this.
Exactly. That's the worst part about it. And on top of that, it's like 2 women as well. Like, bro, the mum, just
was the second one a mum?
I don't think the second one was a mum. That's a security guard. She was a security guard working. Imagine that.
Is it?
Bro, the second one that died was a 23-year-old security guard that was working there. And then obviously the Rebecca one was the one that died. She's a mother of 2 children. It's like
I don't understand how and the thing is, I could never. And I've said it before. I don't understand how something like that can be happening around you, and you just continue to be pushing.
But this is what I'm saying. You see, our community, and even look at this now. Like, look how everyone's kind of forgot about it. It's like not a topic anymore on social media. Not saying it should stay relevant forever, but 1 week is this, next week is this, next week is this.
Why doesn't that's the big question. Why don't I said it to you. We don't value life no more, bro.
Yeah, we don't.
You know. And so I tell you what's crazy.
When did this become a thing though? And I don't want to hear because of drill violence. This was even.
It's people's short term.
That's a cheap excuse.
Yeah, it's people's short term, like short mind. What's that thing called? Short term mindset.
Short term mindset, yeah.
Mindset, like
everyone thinks
like
even
not even that. Like people just can't focus on one thing for a long time anymore.
And I've clocked as well what is bad of us in our community, especially if it don't affect us. Why should we care? That's what a lot of people think. If it don't affect me, or if I don't know the person, why should? And I'm like, bro, it could happen to anyone, bro. That's the point of this. That could have been my mum or my sister there, bro.
Facts.
And what would you tell me? What, I should just be calm, like,
Yeah, like, it's what it... Bro.
And to tell you what's annoying is that the fact that, obviously, God forbid something like this doesn't happen again, but I wouldn't put it past it happening again.
Yeah, no, definitely
because at the end of the day, like, even it was crazy.
Bro,
we saw that happen, and then imagine New Year's Eve, people were pushing past security to go to see fireworks.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was thinking...
Bro, I'm telling you, in 4 years, they're gonna stop wireless, bro. In the next 3-4 years, they're gonna stop wireless.
Wireless is mental.
Because remember last year in the summer as well, when the way Finsbury Park was, it was in 3-4, and we're not gonna have anyone to blame. We can't blame anyone.
The thing about wireless, the worst thing about it is that it's hot. So people are bound to faint.
Yeah.
People are bound to start. You're gonna have people collapsing. You're gonna have people crushing each other.
Yeah, wireless in 3 years.
Even carnival as well. Happens at carnival.
Bro, I can't. That's why if not for like, unless Mog's performing at wireless, I'm not going wireless.
What, like that?
Nah, bro, what am I there for, man? I like music, but not that
wireless.
Much,
see, like, people call me bougie, but because my brother's introduced me to this live. Because my first VIP, bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Unless it's VIP.
You're not going, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Trust me, you don't want to be outside of them.
Because it's facts. Because
it's a jungle down there, bro.
I'm telling you, because once I've seen the artist I needed to see, I want to see, I head back to VIP, chill.
Yeah.
Because when you're out there in just the general section, general pop, literally it's hot.
You're all rubbing shoulders with people.
Bro,
like,
people are all pouring their drinks on you and that, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Sweaty arms.
Why are you drunk at 12 p.m? It's midday, bro. It's actually midday, bro. Go get some cereal.
Just for a small bottle of 500 milliliter water, you're spending like, I don't know, £3-4, £5.
Crazy,
and it's mad. Like,
forget it, man.
Crazy.
Forget it, man.
But trust me, that situation is just sad, man.
But I feel like it's one of them things, and it all this stuff kind of aligns. Whereby it's like, for example, you just spoke about like progression. In terms of progression, we track it through like things that are almost like materials, or things that are actually tangible. And then we just spoke about this situation now, whereby we don't value life, and it seems that we tend to put our value in life in things that are materials, and then, as we just said now, people are the way we're conditioned now is everything short term.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned it literally earlier now, is that you are working, you're working. You saved up this money. Now, cool, I can buy them new Jordans. Boom, you bought the new Jordans.
Yeah, what now, man?
What's next? Literally.
And it's like it's crazy how how we've adopted this mindset. And the thing is one thing. It's hard. It's hard to snap out of it, because even me, I found it hard. I'm lucky enough. Like I keep trying. I'm still doing it to this day. But I'm still having to condition myself to the point where I've got to focus on the bigger goal. Like,
yeah, man.
These trainers, these stuff. Like it's nice and all, but like
They're
there's
so
more to life.
they're so trivial.
You see when you move out, yeah. I don't know if you lot still live with your parents, but if you see when you move out,
Yeah.
that's when life will show you what's important, what's not. Nobody cares about your trainers, bro. Nobody cares about what
Nah,
cars
deep
you
down, I
drive.
always said
I feel
that
like when them bills hit you,
Bro,
I'm a sneakerhead.
when them direct debit, you have to start setting up all the direct debits, and on the last day of the month, it's coming out your account. Bro, you don't care about
Traders
see
what?
me, bro. I don't care about, and it makes you not care about people's opinions as well.
Yeah.
It forces you not to care.
because
bro,
them
your
opinions
landlord-
aren't paying your bills.
Bro, your landlord don't care if you wanted new Jordans and the rent to you, bro. The landlord's not gonna be like,
It's
oh, actually, yeah, you know what?
Man,
Get me back next month.
Imagine
Bro.
that.
it's crazy. I've seen them man are doing up Dior, but on the Indomie diet, bro.
Bro.
Uni has opened up my eyes
No,
to
but that's-
things I don't want to see anymore,
That's
bro.
another thing that I think to this day, whereby it's like sometimes we like I just spoke about it now, whereby we'll be working just to buy these Jordans. People will probably be working Amazon shifts, warehouses, which is nothing wrong. It's good to hustle, grind, make money, yeah. But then you're doing all that just to buy that shoe, and then it's at your expense of your own health.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people, they don't even invest in their own health.
No, but you see why that's a scam?
Why
Because
is that
I've said
scam
that to you. No, I agree. But I'm saying why it's scam to buy Dior. Because then there's a thing where if you wear every time, they'll be like, oh, is that the only thing he's got?
Oh no, you can't do that with me.
Bro, that's like
you can't do that with me.
No,
Not me.
I'm not saying that, but you know, you know what I mean.
no,
innit?
no, I get what you mean.
That means that's only if you care about your people's opinions.
No,
Yeah.
but you're right. But that's what I'm saying. But then people already thinking that, so now they're thinking, oh, but
Because-
I've got to get
but
the
the
next
thing-
one now to show that I
No.
really. I'm like,
But
bro.
the thing, no, and the thing is, it's sad because if it's funny enough you said that. I've heard Bear Rap Gig spoke about that. I remember he's spoken about that before, whereby he was like, before he used to wear things once and then stop wearing it because it's like he's a rapper. Like, why am I doing this? And you can tell it's probably because you don't want your rapper, so you got
You got
fulfill this
keep
image.
the image. Yeah.
But then now he's like,
bro,
fuck that, man. Fuck what people are gonna think.
Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna wear this twice because I spent my money. I worked hard for it.
Bro,
That's what I
if
hear.
I pay £900 for shoes,
Bro.
you're gonna see them everywhere.
Bro, what?
You're seeing them everywhere.
I'm telling you, bro.
man.
Bro, you get me?
9 bills on
No,
crip.
bro, Dior's a
And I
9,
can't get
bro.
that back, you know. I've worn
Inflation's
it.
mad. Dior's a 980, bro. I remember when I first
980.
Bro, no.
I don't even
people
know how,
understand.
bro. I don't
People
even-
don't understand. They used to be 720. Even that's a lot of money.
That's too much rent, bro.
Bro, think
Bro,
deeper.
that's yeah.
That's
2 months rent for me. I
no, but it's rent money though. At the end of
That's
the day.
too much
That's
rent,
too
bro.
much.
And it's crazy because you know when you actually a deep shit. You know when you start working and you realize you're getting paid this much an hour. You're getting paid this much per shift a day, this much a week, this much a month.
I tax
And
as
then
well.
you're getting taxed, so you're getting what you're getting out of from everything in totality, and then you go and buy this shoe. It's like
But that's the good thing about working legit as well. That's what people need to
That's the
understand about
thing.
working legit. It actually makes you value money more. You see, when you're on the roads, you're doing whatever you're doing with fraud and
Cool.
that, like, you don't value money.
You
'Cause
don't-
It comes
I'm telling
too
you,
quickly.
you don't
and it
value
goes
money.
too quickly. So if you spend £900 today, you're like, F it. I'm gonna make it tomorrow. You get me?
Sure.
See, when you start working like a 9
you
to
got
5 or
start doing them
whatever,
hours.
you're like, raw. Man done 40 hours this week.
Bro,
you know?
I realized because even me, I work and then I got my business at the same time.
But
so,
plus, working 9 to 5, you can plan. Working those type jobs, you can't. Because like I said, as soon as you lose, you can
yeah, that's
make
the thing
it.
about
and it's like
FBA,
you-
like you'll do a job, but then you don't know when the next job's gonna come. That's actually gonna bang. That you're gonna earn this sort of amount. Whereas, for example, as I was saying, I'd work and then at the same time I'm working doing the hours.
Yeah,
I know
you
what
have
I'm
to-
getting from that.
you have
But
to
then for
plan
my
it.
business as
Yeah.
well, I know that, for example, if this from this dunk, or let's say for example Dior's on 900,
Yeah.
980.
Yeah.
To me in my head, one pair of Dior B22, that's 9 dunks. In my head, I like to make a minimum of £50 of profit per shoe.
Per shoe.
So when I think about that, technically, let's say basically that's 9 dunks, £900. That's £450 minimum profit that I've probably lost out on.
Yeah,
on the shoe.
On
So
the shoe,
I've lost
yeah.
£900, whereas I could have
made
made
$450.
£450. So you get what I'm saying?
It's-
That's like the sort of things that I got to condition myself in my head now. Cause,
Even me,
and I feel
yeah.
like a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are still in that mindset whereby it's like, I'll make it back again, which is cool.
People
But-
have that mindset. Is like, but I don't get it because it's like, bro, you see life, yeah. I don't know about you lot, but there's too many rainy days, bro. Too many rainy days, bro.
But that's the beauty of COVID. I feel like COVID made a lot of people see that.
True, it did.
Because I guarantee you, if COVID didn't happen,
people
a lot of people would still be
complacent.
blowing money.
Yeah.
but a lot of people still would have been out there doing what they're doing. And then
Nah,
COVID
facts.
COVID humbled a lot of people.
A lot of people.
COVID
lot of
humbled
people-
me, bro.
Humbled me as well, I'll be real.
You humbled me, bro. The weight I gained, oh my God. Man came out from America looking like...
Trust me, humbled everyone in their own way. But in terms of financials, like, workings, you ain't even got to be... Like, even as, like, agency working, like, when you're working... I done the football stadium thing when I was, like, 17.
Yeah.
Even that sort of stuff, like, it teaches you, like, in the back of your head, like, rah, cool, I got paid, it's like £50 a shift or something, and you get paid weekly. So if you do 2-3 shifts,
Even
you get
travel
150.
as well. You traveling there.
And do you know what that teaches you? To be on time. Sometimes if you're late, they won't even let you work,
But
fam.
it teaches you to budget as well.
Yeah, to
like,
budget.
Like, even though you want the new trainers, like, I know you got paid 150 this week.
Yeah.
This is how many shifts.
Away.
Yeah.
You get me? Then it's like, yeah. But people, the whole mindset of, I'll make it back, to me, is crazy because it's like,
Mad.
bro, you just done 40 hours a week, you blew the money. You're going to have to do 40 hours just to make back the money you just... So
Especially for me, if that job's your only income. Because I'm big on like
multiple streams
of income. Because then when you have multiple student income, it allows you to be more flexible in terms of...
But on the thing to that, yeah, I hear it, it's right. Because even me, I got a couple streams, but it's like, it's not for everyone.
Of course.
You get me? Not everyone can do it.
And I feel like some people...
Push it. It's been pushed. The whole multiple streams income has been pushed on people.
Some people just want to live an easy life.
Yeah,
no,
and I hear it.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, some jobs you can be paid so well to the point where you don't even need another stream income. You're good, like from that one income that you're getting from that job, whereby you're paying a healthy amount, whereby you can pay bills and still enjoy life a little. Like
that's why I said success is different, bro.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Like, because I was having this conversation with Mo a while ago. Like, how much a year would you need to earn as of now, like,
to be comfortable?
Like
after tax? Because
after tax.
Because tax is the biggest devil.
Now let's just say before tax, innit? Just before tax. As a base salary, like, how much do you need to earn so all your bills are paid for? You're not living luxury, but
realistically, a good 60k. Very calm.
Right now.
60 right now, 60, 70k. But it depends on you're living though.
Is that before tax?
That's what I'm saying. Before tax? I'm saying, like, in your current situation.
My current situation right now.
Oh, in my current situation
right now, how much do you need to earn,
man?
And now to be...
We don't need...
You don't need 100k.
You're at home leaving your mum, bro.
You get me?
I'm in uni, bro.
I don't have my... These babes
want everything.
Fuck the babes, man. Fuck the babes, man.
They want me to take them cinema. They want me to take...
Get the babes, bro.
Realistically,
right now in your current situation...
Living at home... Yeah, because so I'll tell you what's so funny, yeah. Like because I live at home with my mum, and I give her a certain amount every month.
Yeah.
Like for example, I'm soon in the transition of changing job, right? In my head, what I'm getting after tax, because listen, I make sure I calculate.
Yeah, you have to, man.
In my head, I take away how much money I'm giving to my mum already.
Yeah.
So this is how much I'm left with, and then I know all my direct debits.
Yeah.
Which. Once I've given my mum the money that I give her every month, after that I've got a few direct debits, and then I take out what I normally always put in my savings every month, and then this is what I'm left with
for the month.
So a lot of the time, I reckon now, because I like to save a certain amount every month, because I'm trying to hit a certain goal to save up. In my head, let's say whilst I'm living at home, to be comfortable, because if I'm working, like. Let's say, in fact, let me ask you two, say, it goes in line with the question. What's comfortable right now? For example, like we're living at home with our parents. What's comfortable to you?
What does that mean?
Like a salary.
No, but exactly. What's comfortable?
Salary.
No, but as in that, not salary. Obviously, we'll then link it to salary, but what's comfortable in terms of like, what do you need to be doing for you to say that, yeah, I'm comfortable?
When I say comfortable, I just meant like you can afford all your bills.
Yeah,
you're not owing anyone. You're not owing anyone. Like, you're just,
and you can book a few holidays there and there.
Yeah,
if
like
you're trying
you go out to eat. You can afford the simple.
Honestly, just to give you a straight answer,
or something like that.
Right now in my current situation, 35k.
That's standard.
No, because we're not. 35k.
Like, if you're in uni,
if I'm in uni,
30k is even a lot for a uni student.
Bro, do you know the average salary? The average salary in the UK is like 22 and a half or something.
I keep telling people online, it looks like everyone's on at least 50 racks a year.
Bro,
that's what it looks like.
Sorry, and that's what I wanted to say.
That's what makes me laugh, because the
like.
thing is about me, is that I see through everyone. Listen, because the thing is, I've come across...
You don't have to look anymore.
No, I know.
Like, the average salary in the UK is like 25, 26.
Like, less than that. It's less.
No, but 70% of the UK is on less than 27k.
Yeah.
So already, when you're seeing everyone on social media, it's like you have to look at...
And you know them girls are like, my man, I'm like...
And that's what makes me laugh, is that And the thing is, forget the guys that are doing that aren't
The criminals, yeah.
Forget the criminals. Forget the guys that
No, because they're not realistic. That's not real life. That's not real life.
You shouldn't even be comparing yourself to criminals.
I'm telling you, because them man, they only last a certain amount of time. But
they're not even in the free world to enjoy the money, bro.
I'm telling you,
the money's somewhere someone else while they're in jail, bro. It don't make sense.
Trust me, and it's funny because I see all these men online, and a lot of men will start thinking, shit. A lot of men will put pressure on themselves because they'll see these men online, and for me, I'm just there laughing because I see what's funny. I've come across certain man, and it's like the way they look online and the way like they're moving, and like it makes me realize like, wow, the lifestyle that they may portray online is a whole different story, like in real life.
Like, I've been around man that's like they run it up in their own respects, but their life ain't like all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
Yeah. So it's like PSA. I'm just saying, like, guys, fam, in 2023, we're not living on social media no more. Like,
but even to what you're saying about, bro, if you delete Instagram, half of these men
they're not
stressing.
It's facts, though.
You get me? That's the worst part.
I said it. I'm not even on social media. So I told Ben was like, look, he understands. I'll take my breaks. It gets too much for me. Yeah. So I told him I'm not even on their WhatsApp, and I was like, fam. There was some stuff I didn't even know WhatsApp had a story in that, bro. Yeah. Like I'm looking through the app. I'm thinking, right, this is kind of a decent app, you know. I can't lie. I use WhatsApp. No, but
the WhatsApp story is like you're old if you're using that.
Yeah. I know, but man didn't know that. Yeah, features like I don't know. It was no, but realistically, because I sent Ben this one just before I went off about that girl. So basically, a man pranked one of these Insta girls that we're gonna not even take away your account. We're gonna take the blue tick off your account.
Oh yeah.
This girl went in a mental
of a blue tick, you know.
Over a blue tick, and I said,
but even look at the Twitter thing. The guys are paying for the blue tick thing now. So I'm telling you, like, see the social media validation,
bro. Why are we paying for respect? When did this come to, bro?
But this is how we conditioned,
though. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's how we conditioned, though.
You get what I'm saying?
You're not
paying for respect. You're paying for what you think is going to give you respect.
Yeah.
It's not respect.
But it's the way we're conditioned.
If you got a blue tick,
just so we can wrap up quick. So what's next for you? What's next for Mo? What's just next in your career and what you're trying to do, man?
Me, I'm doing courses right now. I'm trying to upskill myself in my own respect because obviously I didn't even say, but I'm a operation supervisor at night in a warehouse.
Love that.
I'm trying to get more into the transport side. So I'm doing one course actually. My exams in March. After
good luck on that, man.
After that, I'm looking to earn a minimum of 40k job. Like I'm not even. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Go from there. Maybe.
But you know if you do that, you're in the top 30% of earners, bro, in UK. Like we need to put. That's why I said put this into perspective sometimes, bro.
Trust me, social media isn't realistic.
It's not realistic, bro.
But everyone looks.
What about you, Ben? What's next?
Oh, it's putting me on the spot. Same old, man.
You're just working, innit?
Yeah, it's working.
You have to, man.
Mine's graduating. To God be the glory, bro.
Yeah.
Get that. Move on to the world.
Yeah. I can't wait to fly out, man. I need to relax.
I need to relax, but at the same time, I need to run it up.
I need to run it up, but...
Yo, Ix, we appreciate you coming on, man. Real appreciate that. One of the realest conversations we've ever had, you know.
I enjoyed this conversation a lot.
Pendant. Been pendant.
Next one soon. He's not going to be a guest. It's going to be we'll call him, what do we call these guys?
Friends of the show.
Yeah, friends of the show.
Yeah.
Friends and family, FNF.
FNF.
Of course,
so
man.
We'll be back soon, man. But yeah, run it up.
That's episode 24, man.
Come on, man.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. X's social medias will be in the bio as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you need anything, oh yeah, tell them about the thing that you told me about in terms of like van removal. You still doing that?
Yeah. Obviously,
yeah.
Not even university students, everyone but university students. I do accommodation removals.
Yeah.
House removals.
We'll put the link.
Courier services.
Moving, right?
Yeah, moving.
And I've used it, so man will vouch.
Yeah.
He brought man jollof rice that I ordered and I gave him some. What was the jollof rice saying?
It was nice, man. I can't lie. But yeah, man.
Wait, hold on. You paid him in jollof rice?
No, it was a barbecue. I paid him because my mom made J rice.
I accept jollof rice payment.
We got a clip.
No, I can't lie, man. Me and you might need to talk.
Yeah,
jollof rice, that's not on, man. I might need to manage you still. I'm like, jollof rice payment.
Nah, I'm joking. No jollof rice payment. You get me? I'll take it though. If it's there, I'll take it.
If it's there, still there. Say nothing.
But yeah, episode 24, man. Yeah, we're out.
Hey, love.